Hello, Lawrence Township students and families. This video was created for 3rd grade during the week of April 27th. Our focus will be Humanities, and this is lesson number 1. In this lesson, students will learn about rocks and fossils through our reading task for the next few weeks. It's perfect because you can actually venture outside with the help of an adult to look for rocks and fossils around your homes and get outside a little bit. Your learning targets include asking and answering questions to demonstrate your understanding of a text, referring explicitly to the text as the basis for your answers. We are also going to determine how fossils are formed, discovered, layered over time, and used to provide evidence of the organisms and the environments in which they lived long ago. For task number 1, students will watch a video about fossils. You only need to watch the first section. To be successful with this task, you will answer questions and justify your thinking with 2 reasons. So once you click on this link, or once you go to this link, it will open a new window. Here we can see that the video has 3 sections. The first one is called Exploration. The second one is the hands-on activity, and then there is a wrap-up. For today, you only need to watch that 7-minute exploration video. Once you've watched the first part of the video, you should answer this question using the lines provided. What was that fossil found in the quarry? Explain how you think it ended up there. Justify your thinking with 2 reasons. On this part, be sure to use complete sentences with correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar. For your next task, you will watch the second section. So return to that video and watch the second section to see what they have to say about the fossils in the quarry. So far, Doug has found fossil seashells and a fossil shark tooth. What other fossils do you think Doug would find in the quarry? And explain why you think this. So on these lines below, where it says answer 4, include a couple of sentences with what you are thinking and your reasonings of why you think this. Finally, you're going to watch section 3 of the video. Once you watch it, come back and answer this question. We learned that Illinois currently is grasslands and cornfields. What do you think Illinois has looked like over time? So once again, where it says answer 6, write a couple of sentences explaining what you think and include your reasons why. For task number 2, students will read in the science text about fossils. First, you're going to read page C20 through C21 of the science text titled, What Fossils Are, multiple times to practice your fluency. That's when you read it without stopping or pauses, and it sounds like the way you talk. Then you will reread it again to understand what you have read. Finally, you will write a 5 to 7 sentence paragraph about what you have learned about fossils so far. Pretend that you are teaching someone who doesn't know anything about fossils. What kinds of descriptive words can you use in your writing to help paint a picture in the reader's minds about fossils? In order to be successful with this task, you will read the passage with better fluency and then write a 5 to 7 sentence summary about what you have learned so far. This is the beginning of the text that we will read, and if you would like to jump ahead in the video, I will read this text with you. But for now, we can see that these are the pages we will be reading about fossils. And after our text, we can see here is where we will write our paragraph about what you have learned about fossils. For task number 3, students will use what they know about Illinois from the videos to create a drawing of what fossils might be found in Indiana, which is a neighboring state to Illinois. First, use the Mystery Science Fossil Dig sheet that is on the next page to make a drawing or mural of fossils that you might find in Indiana. If you have access to technology, you can use the website www.kittle.co to see what kinds of things have taken place in Indiana's history. Don't spend too much time on this activity though. We think it's a fun way to wrap up your day, and we all like drawing and illustrating what we've learned. When complete, take a picture of your drawing and submit it on Seesaw or send a picture to your teacher. In order to be successful with this task, students will draw examples of fossils that might be found in Indiana compared to our neighboring state of Illinois. This is the sheet that you will use on Seesaw or at home to draw your fossils in the two different layers. Finally, for task number 4, students will complete their DLR, Daily Language Review, over parts of speech and grammar. You will complete all 6 boxes provided, and don't forget to check your answers when you're finished. You will submit them on Seesaw or finish it on your worksheet. Students will be successful when you complete all 6 boxes provided on the Daily Language Review to show your language skills. Here we can see our Daily Language Review. We have our 6 boxes, and we're going to practice synonyms, antonyms, proper spelling and punctuation, and words that have multiple meanings. The next few slides that you will see provide you with visuals and support to ensure that you are successful with each task. Let's read our text from today, What Fossils Are. And our first section is called How Fossils Form. We're going to learn how fossils form, how fossils show that life on Earth has changed, and a very important word we're going to learn is the word fossil. Some places are better for fossil hunting than others. Sedimentary rocks have more fossils than other kinds of rocks. That's because what's left of a plant or animal is sometimes trapped in the sediments that form the layers of the rock. The heat and pressure that form metamorphic and igneous rocks often destroy fossils. Every fossil is something that has lasted from a living thing that died long ago. But there are different types of fossils. Some are body parts, such as bones or teeth, that have turned into stone. Other fossils are only marks, such as animal tracks. The fossils of the shells in the picture on C21, the next page, show 2 ways fossils can form. The fossil shell on the top is a mold. In the picture below, we can see that fossils often form in sedimentary rocks, such as limestone and shale. The caption says, the soft parts of an animal decompose. So we can see the picture of the dinosaur, and it's showing us that the soft parts will decompose and break down on their own. In the second picture, the caption says, hard parts of the animal, such as shells or bones, are slowly buried under layers of sediment. As we continue reading on page C21, let's continue looking at the pictures at the bottom to see what it's telling us about the dinosaur that is decomposing. It says in the caption that the third step, over a long time ago, the sediment turns into rock. And finally, movement of the Earth's crust brings the rock and fossils closer to the Earth's surface. Wind and rain wear away the rock on top of the fossils. As we go back up to the text, it tells us that a mold is the shape of a plant or animal left in sediments when the rock formed. The shell that made the mold in the picture dissolved. The other fossil shell is a cast. A cast forms when mud or minerals fill the mold. The cast has the exact shape of the animal that made the mold. It's kind of like when you get a cast on your arm, it takes the exact shape. Fossil imprints are molds of leaves or other thin objects. Some imprints are of the animal parts, such as wings or feathers. The leaves or animal parts decomposed long ago. So if we go from top to bottom, we can see that here are a mold fossil and a cast fossil. They were made by ancient sea animals called ammonites. Ammonites died out millions of years ago. This is a fossil of a dragonfly. Plant fossils are much less common than animal fossils. This is because plant parts are more easily destroyed as rocks form. While we do have 2 more pages that you can read today, I will be reading those with you tomorrow, as that is the text of our focus for the next day for lesson 2. If needed, watch this video again as you work on the tasks in this lesson. Please be reminded to submit your work to your classroom teacher when you're finished.